Bernie Bro here. I want to mention a scenario and get your thoughts on this. What happens if Joe Biden wins this election in 2020? What happens? And what should the left's response be? I am not sure whether I'm going to vote for Joe Biden or not at this point. I'm saying I'm not sure, but as recent as 2 weeks ago, I was for certain I wasn't going to vote for Joe Biden, that I was going to go and vote for the Green Party candidate. I may very well still vote for the Green Party, but I'm actually seriously thinking about voting for Joe Biden. I don't like the man. He sure as hell wasn't my first choice in the primary. He wasn't my 10th choice in the primary. Remember, we had about 20 some candidates. But a lot of things have happened. I mean, even prior to being for damn sure that I wasn't going to vote for Joe Biden, I said some things would have been better if Biden win. I acknowledge that. One good reason to vote for Joe Biden would be the Supreme Court. Sure, they would not be ACLU card carrying members, but they would be a whole lot better than the right wing asshats that Donald Trump appointed to the courts. And that's very important. The Supreme Court is hanging by balance. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who is currently the best justice in the Supreme Court currently, it ain't going to last forever. We left the Paris Accord, and now the United States is not really taking climate change seriously. I'm not sure we were taking climate change seriously previously, but we, symbolically told the world we don't give a fuck about the environment. That's not the American people, that's the administration. Joe Biden wins, we will probably get back into joining the international community in regard to dealing with climate change. And that's important. But COVID-19, police brutality, economic collapse, kind of thrown things around a bit. It's like it's a combination of the riots of 1968 with the economic collapse of 2007, plus the Spanish flu of 1918, all rolled into one. And what looked like was going to be an absolute Trump win, I would have told you 3 or 4 months ago, Trump was going to win this election, no matter what. Now, I'm not so sure. I wish we had a better candidate to vote for. I supported the best candidate, Bernie Sanders, but he didn't get the nomination. And I was saddened because what I could have possibly saw would be a Bernie Sanders Tulsi Gabbard ticket. That was the camp I was part of this past year. That's not going to happen. So, but I do have also hope that Bernie Sanders may be able to convince Joe Biden to do the right thing in regard to economics. Unlike Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden is a little more. He's a little more pragmatic. The third way ideology isn't what's the term? He isn't rigid in it the way Hillary Clinton. With Hillary Clinton and her husband Bill Clinton, being a New Democrat in the 1990s was a rigid, disciplined ideology. Joe Biden goes where the wind goes. I mean, one of my friends said he's kind of an empty vessel, and he may talk tough while he would veto Medicare for all. Well, one of my friends got me convinced that it's possible that Medicare for all could potentially pass under Joe Biden. He's an empty vessel, and he's Mr. Democrat. And once he realized that the majority are with Bernie Sanders, he may go that direction. He's to Joe Biden is still 1992, is still 1996, 2000, 2004. That's what it is for Joe Biden. He never, ever, he's like a lot of corporate Democrats. To them, it's still 1992. And we got to cure the Democrats of this bad habit. So, and I'm hoping that Bernie Sanders will be able to convince Joe Biden to do the right thing. I have a hope that maybe Tulsi Gabbard could serve as Secretary of State or National Security Advisor, Secretary of Defense, UN Ambassador. She's really fit for the job. I'm really impressed by Tulsi Gabbard, and why people are looking at her like she's crazy or insidious or what have you is beyond me. We need we need someone like that handling our foreign policy, and we need to do what we can to get Trump out of power, get him out of the White House. But if we just come in there with a mindset of everything will be just hunky dory, if we just get rid of Donald Trump, we're going to have another Donald Trump again before too long. And this next Donald Trump might be a little more upfront about what he wants. And that scares me. So, Democrats, you better do what you can to have a forward agenda for working families, not succumb to fake populism. We had enough of that under Donald Trump. Fake populism, pretending to be for the working man, and then ending up sucking up to Wall Street and bolstering Wall Street. Anti-establishment, my eye. And we need to do this. And Democrats, if you don't want to repeat what Bill Clinton and Barack Obama did, because they were failed presidencies. I don't care they were reelected. The Clinton presidency was a failed presidency. The Obama presidency was a failed presidency. Why? Bill Clinton came in there. He managed to lose the House and the Senate for the first time since the 1950s. I would have rather have the House and Senate under Democratic control and have them fighting Republican presidents than have it the other way around. The country shifted further right because of this. Bill Clinton enabled the right more than people even realize. Barack Obama came in, still with that centrist mindset. Democrats lost the House and they lost the Senate in 2014. And I just noticed that pattern. When Democrats be wishy-washy, try to be all things to all people, they end up losing. Republicans don't give a shit. This is why they go where they go with. That's why they run full steam with their agenda. We have a lot of cowards in the Democratic Party, and I wish they wouldn't be so cowardly. Oh, saying that the Republicans are brave about what they want, it's no compliment to the Republicans, because what they want is disastrous. Is disastrous for this country. It's disastrous for poor and middle class people, and it's disastrous for the environment. It's disastrous for world peace, and domestically, it is disastrous for civil liberties. So my plea to the Democrats: stand for something. If you don't stand for something, we're all going to fall. I'm Bernie Bro. If you like what you heard, just hit the like button, subscribe, feel free to share, tell all your friends about this channel, and I'm going to bed. Peace.